Oh, that's right, Jimmy, you're in that nice confined press box, aren't you? So,
I like it.
but good team win. I thought, again, we played complementary football. We challenged our players all week long to execute their job, execute their individual assignment, win their one-on-one battle. I thought particularly early in the first half, we were able to win the field position game. And we thought going into the game with their explosive offense, that field position would be at a premium. And I thought we won that battle. Had a total of 80 offensive football plays, which shows you that you're moving the ball on first and second down, which obviously is critical. Getting Von Pearson back to where he's 100% healthy really gives our offense a spark. We had some big splash plays early that really kind of helped us in terms of seizing momentum. Obviously the turnovers, the Brian Randolph touchdown put us up by 2 scores. Really got things rolling for us. 2 big 4th down conversions of keeping a drive alive. Getting back to 3rd downs, holding them to 3 out of 14, and that's a very, very good explosive offense. So a good team victory. Still many things we need to improve on. Every extra point counts, so we need to get some things shored up overall, but very good team victory.
Coach, effectiveness on the ground and the confidence being shown by Jalen Hurts, it seems to be getting better and better each
Yeah,
week.
Jalen is, and he's getting some opportunities and some creases, and Jalen earns every yard that he gets. He's running behind his pads, and very excited to him. He's continued to improve week in and week out. He's proven his durability, so again, he's adding a whole nother element to our offense.
Coach, the use of the tight end tonight seemed to be effective as well.
Yeah, we wanted to get back to using the tight end, and we've been using a tight end by committee, and all those individuals complement each other. And I thought they did a good job in the run game, and then obviously in the receiving game as well.
But just overall offensively, is this one of the more complete games you guys have had this season? Just everything seemed to be clicking. You got in rhythm early. Tempo was good. Was it just as complete as you guys have done this year?
I think it's one of our better performances, but as you know, still a lot of things to improve on. Our overall consistency in our offense. You keep hearing me talk about consistency. Pass efficiency is critical. And, Jason Kroom stepped up tonight, really started the second half off, finishing, a quick screen and a quick touch play. But again, many things when I watch the video that we need to go back. As we all know, the more you win, the more that's at stake. So it's just the discipline to execute the small details, but I'm proud of our guys. I thought Josh did a good job of managing the line of scrimmage, managing the offense, and, good complementary football game.
Butch, did you learn something about the maturity of your team tonight, given that it had the 2-week break and off the bye week and the big win? Did they show you something?
I did. And, we challenged them of the mindset of going from a work week, a bye week, now in the game week. And everything is about your mental effort, your mental intensity, you're being prepared. We challenged every individual in the special teams game as well to execute their assignment. So it is, and we're still a young football team, but I keep telling you, this football team's different. Their whole mindset's different. I always gauge it by, our players show up early to practice and they're always late to leave, and that tells me they love coming to the Anderson Training Center. And we're building something special here. We still have a long ways to go, but I'm proud of our players. We'll enjoy this, but as we know, we have a great opponent coming in here next Saturday night.
What you mentioned, Von Pearson, basically, how much was that ankle still holding him back, even while he was playing, basically, and was he good for your offense?
It has. I think the bye week really helped him to get back his health, and he's 100%. And he has a whole nother element when he has the ball in his hands, and and not just him having the ball in his hands, but his personality. His personality is very contagious on the field, on the sideline, in the locker room. So it's great to have him back.
Coach, can you describe what it's like to watch Derek Barnett continue to excel week in and week out? What is it like to watch him play?
Well, it's a great illustration for players in this state. You need to stay at home and represent your home institution. And Derek Barnett is one of those individuals from Brentwood Academy. Just like Jalen Hurd that we spoke about, he gets better and better, and he's been nicked up, he's been bruised up, and he just keeps coming. And again, high character. Can't say enough about him. Not only, again, what he brings on the field, but also in the locker room as well.
But you guys had 5 more sacks, I think, up to 29 for the year. Did you think you'd be able to affect the quarterback as much as you guys have this season?
Well, we knew we'd be much more athletic up front. And, you look at Jordan Williams, we've asked so much of him. He's been a warrior. He's added the extra weight. He's playing his best football that he's played. We're getting quality snaps from Owen Williams. So we have some individuals stepping up, Danny O'Brien, all those things. And, the older players are leading. It's like, in our team meeting last night, I had some of the older players, I asked them what their biggest regret was right now in football, in some of the responses. And I said, well, we can change those regrets. And this team is very, very close. And, you look at the additions of the Jalen Hurd, the Josh Malones, the Derek Barnetts, Cortez McDowell has given us quality repetitions on special teams. Aaron Medley, I can go on and on and on. I thought Evan Berry, again, changing the field position game to start the second half on a big kickoff return. You look at our tight end situation, with all those individuals. You look at Jay Sean Robertson, I could go on, but, those additions, and then we're provided with stability and leadership in our program right now.
Coach, you touched on Jason Krugman. He had the long touchdown, but there was a play late in the first half, I think, where he carried several guys a few yards to get a first down. Talk about his.
Well, it was a critical stage of the game, and we thought he was short. He just kept driving the pile, and we talk about yards after contact. And he did a great job, and then he also had the big catch on the sideline prior to halftime of really, again, answering their score. But then we have to do a good job defensively, of not allowing that I believe was a 55-yard field goal. And hats off to that young man. That was a heck of a kick. But we have to do a good job of not allowing that score. But Jason Kroom really stepped up to it. Jason's been doing it, all year. And sometimes he may not have the catches, but he still impacts the game. And I talk about impactful games. And you can impact a game one way, shape, form, or another, and he's been doing that.
Is this the best example, though, of him just playing like a big receiver?
Yeah,
You guys talk
we've
about
challenged him. Coach Z has challenged him to play big. He's, 6'4", 230 some odd pounds, and we've challenged him to play big, and he's responded, and that's a tribute to his work ethic. He's shown great consistency in practice, and when you show consistency in practice, you're going to perform on game day.
95 points in the last 2 games. Has Josh Dobbs' leadership and play exceeded your expectations?
No, not exceeded my expectations. Josh is a very, very intelligent young man, as we know. Adds another dynamic. But I think he's doing a great job at distributing the football and making decisions with the football. I believe we didn't turn the football over, and the quarterback is the caretaker of the football. And as we talk about, that ball holds all of our dreams, goals, and aspirations. So he's doing a great job of distributing the ball and taking care of the football.
Is there an update on some of the injured guys, Matt Crowder?
Yeah, I'll know a little bit about Mac later. It may be a knee, I'm not sure, but I'll know a little bit more. Everyone else returned.
Coach, this week you said you wanted your team to focus just on the game, not the 6-win mark. But now that is just one step away, how do you attack this week to keep the focus, or do you let that 6-win mark be a motivation?
I think you know the answer already. Jimmy, you want to answer that question for me?
boy.
Power of one. On to the next game. And that's, we talk about a maturity of a football team. Now you enjoy this, and now you come back to work. And we got some challenges down the road. We have a football team coming in here that's, won our side, very, very talented. So again, we just have to focus on the task at hand and not get ahead of ourselves. It's victory number 5, and that's it. I'm proud of our guys, but it's back to work tomorrow.
Brian, with the Randolph play, when it happened, did you think it was going to be a targeting? How big of a blow is it to not have him for the first
Well,
half
it's a
next week?
challenge, and it's a point of contention this year. It's a point of emphasis. But unfortunately, you're trying to play hard and the quarterback's going down the slide, and I'll look at it, and if there's an appeal process, we can't. It's a young man trying to play hard, and I understand it's all about protecting the quarterback, and I support that. I'll have to see the video more, but it puts yourself in a difficult situation when you're running to the football, and on top of it is Patrick Toll's a talented quarterback that extends plays with his legs. And so, you see the next play, I believe they run the quarterback and our players were tentative. So I'll look at it and see, what happened, but, it's also a point of emphasis this year in college football.
Coach, any win in this league is a good win. Is it especially nice to whoop somebody's butt the way y'all did tonight?
Any win is a good win. We'll take it any way, shape, form, or another. This is the best football conference in America, and it's a grind week in and week out. And so any way you win is very special in this conference. But, our players are starting to belief is a powerful thing. Confidence is a powerful thing, and our players have that. And they've had that all year. But I'm excited just to see the look in our seniors' eyes, to be a part of it, And again, Juwan James makes his first career start at left tackle, and what does he do? He flies in for the game, is on our sideline, and he'll go back, and he just reminded me in there he gets to go to Denver and play the Broncos, this weekend. But, those are things that make this place special, and I think all of our former players see something special happening here.
Which how bad did the defense need tonight for that confidence level after the last two games and the big plays that we kind of played?
Well, anytime, you hold that explosive offense to 16 points, they did a very, very good job. I thought, we gave up very few big plays, especially in the run game. They have some talented running backs that can run. Obviously, Patrick Tolles can run. We gave up 2 big plays, right before the half in man coverage. But for the most part, we limited their big plays, and that was very, very good because they're an explosive, very talented offense. So yes, we needed that, but we got back to our style of play tonight again, particularly on third downs, 3 of 14. Very proud of these guys, and we were able to generate pressure at times with a 4-man rush, and that helps you.
Are those takeaways the next step that you were talking about, a couple of weeks ago that they needed to take?
Needed to take the football away, but again, we needed to force some balls on the ground, some fumbles. We talk about that with ball disruptions, but again, +2 tonight turnover margin, and that's usually evidence of winning and losing. That's the biggest statistic, along with passing efficiency for us.
Butch, you mentioned earlier asking some of the older guys about their regrets. What were some of those, and how can
That's
you change
between
them?
the team. That's what makes a team sport very, very special. And I thought it was important. Just Friday night is kind of like Friday is my favorite day of the year in terms of all your preparation. You're at a hotel, just you and your football team, and that team meeting is pretty sacred of your mindset, how hard you worked all week, and you have different talks with them, and that's kind of what I look forward to. I love Fridays, and it's a time to reflect on the week, but also we're continuing to build a mindset in a culture in this football program.
Coach, a number of weeks back in the postgame, you said you didn't have a great read for your team, and that hadn't happened to you before in coaching. At what point did that click in and that change for you so you get a better read for your team?
Well, they've been consistent in their approach all year, but I really think it clicked 2 weeks ago prior to the South Carolina game. I finally felt that edge, that confidence, that belief all week in our preparation, and then at the hotel in Columbia, I could just feel it. And it's like I told our team, I believe at the one place we were 22-3 in conference games, and it had an aura about itself. Every Friday night, for the first time here, I felt it. I felt the energy, I felt the vibe, I felt the confidence. I thought it really started to really take place at our walkthrough when it was cold and rainy on the Saturday of game day for South Carolina, and then obviously winning that game the way we won. And then this week of preparation, our bye week. We have a great win on the road and walked in on Monday, and they're, all right, coach, what's next? Let's improve. And so, this team has it. We go out to practice Friday to get used to the elements, and everyone has their t-shirts on. You get no long sleeves. It's just a mindset, and it's a culture, and people may say, well, that's not a big deal. Well, yes, it is a big deal, because you win in football with culture. Everyone thinks it's schemes and X's and O's, and that's a small part of it, but any great business, any organization wins from the top bottom, and it starts with your organization. And we provided great leadership, with AJ, with Kurt, with Jordan, now with Josh. Jalen Hurd is leading in his own way. The offensive linemen have much more confidence. So it's just a whole deal, but it's a long-winded answer to your question, but I thought it really started to happen the week of South Carolina.
Coach, can you tell us about the impact losing Mac could have on the line and on the offense?
Yeah, Mac's, been an individual who's continued to improve and improve and improve, and I don't know right now exactly where he's at health-wise. Obviously, I'll know a little bit more tonight and then into tomorrow, but he's been a grinder. He's been one of those individuals who just keeps grinding, just like all of them. And so I'll know a little bit more, but I love him, and I'll find out a little bit more later.
You touched on Vaughn and Jason, but what does it say about this receiving corps as a whole that you guys have almost 600 passing yards the last two games, and Marquez doesn't have a catch either?
Yeah, well, we're playing winning football at that position, and each individual stepping up. Alton Howard had some big plays again tonight. Our tight end position had some big catches tonight. Obviously, Von Pearson, and then Jason Kroom steps up. And it's like each week it's somebody different. And we always talk about when you get your opportunity, impact the game. And so that group has a lot of confidence. There is not a wide receiver coach in the country that pushes his position group like Zach Azani, and they welcome it every day. And you can see that. And we're going to need much more out of that group as the season continues to unfold.
Coach, how big was it turning that interception into a touchdown on defense?
It was big. From a momentum standpoint, it's 7-0, and we intercept the ball and finish it and get the ball in the checkerboards. That was big for us. And from a momentum standpoint, getting another fourth sellout, 102-455. Can't say enough of our fans coming out, getting them involved, and all that, creating that home field advantage. So I thought that was one of the turning points. When we talk about a football game of 4 to 6 plays can mean the difference between winning and losing, I would put that in that category.
Coach, you told the guys that tonight started a 3-game playoff series. How much pressure is it, take off of them to get game 1 in that series?
There's pressure every game. It's just one step closer, but we still have a lot of improvement to do and have some challenges ahead of us. We got to get our health back. That was a physical football game, and you leave the bye week and you feel you're a pretty healthy football team, and then you play a game and now you're banged up. And so now the next challenge with this football team is getting our health back for the stretch run. But it was a physical football game tonight on both sides of the ball.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, thank you.